What if the AI you trust for homework, work tasks, even life advice is confidently feeding you fiction? I'm talking about full-on fabricated facts, citations that don't exist, and bold lies dressed as truth. And it's happening every single day. In this video, I'll show you exactly why and how to stop it from happening to you. Even OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, admit hallucination is one of its top unresolved challenges. And it's not just a rare bug, it's baked into how these systems work. After testing over 100 AI prompts and reviewing shocking examples, including a fake medical report generated by ChatGPT, I had to ask, is this tech helping us? Or fooling us? Imagine asking ChatGPT, who won the 2004 NBA Finals, and it confidently tells you the Miami Heat defeated the San Antonio Spurs. Sounds believable, right? But that never happened. The Detroit Pistons won and they beat the Lakers, not the Spurs. Second, how to spot these errors, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Third, what you can do to reduce hallucinations when using AI. And that's what makes it so dangerous. It's not like it says, I'm not sure. It still has to guess, and often it fills in the blanks with the most plausible sounding answer. And that's where hallucinations live. It says this is the truth, and it's completely wrong. It has invented academic references. It's even created fake quotes and fake books, one particularly infamous case. A lawyer in New York used ChatGPT to help write a legal brief. It cited several cases to support his argument. Problem is, none of those cases were real. The AI had fabricated them. The court found out, and the lawyer got sanctioned. That's not just embarrassing, that's legally dangerous. And finally, I'll show you a simple prompt trick that helps minimize these issues immediately. So here's what we're diving into today. First, what AI hallucinations actually are, and why they happen in systems like ChatGPT. A doctor recently used an AI chatbot to double-check a diagnosis. The tool cited a non-existence study from a major medical journal. Had the doctor not double-checked it manually, that error could have influenced a real-life treatment decision. Instead, it has trained to predict the next word in a sentence based on patterns in massive amounts of data. According to a study by Stanford, language models hallucinate somewhere between 3% to 27% of the time, depending on the task. That means for every 10 things you ask, up to 3 might be completely false. If it gives a book, article, or link, go verify it. Many are completely made up. And in more complex topics like science and law, the hallucination rate is even higher. Think of it like supercharged autocomplete. It doesn't have a knowledge database, it just predicts. If a specific fact wasn't included in the dataset used to train the AI, it has no way of knowing it. It'll try to guess instead. Second, overgeneralization. The AI learns patterns and applies them too broadly, so it might assume that because one historical figure did X, a similar figure did too. Third, prompt ambiguity. If your prompt is vague or open-ended, the AI will try to fill in the gaps with educated-sounding guesses. If something sounds too certain but lacks a source or reference, treat it as a red flag. And fourth, lack of real-time memory. Most AI models, including ChatGPT, don't retain awareness of long-term context. If it feels off, it probably is, so it can contradict itself even within the same conversation. So when you ask, what's the capital of France? It predicts Paris because statistically, that's the most common next word in that context. Instead of saying, tell me about business strategies, say, give me 5 real-world business strategies used by Fortune 500 companies since 2020. Let's start with what an AI hallucination is. That, right there, is a hallucination. It's when AI generates completely false or fabricated information while sounding perfectly confident and authoritative. So how does that happen? Here's the truth. AI doesn't understand facts. It doesn't know anything. And using tools with real-time browsing or plugins like the web browser plugin in ChatGPT Plus significantly improves accuracy. But if the data is missing, flawed, or poorly represented. Now let's get into the shocking part. ChatGPT has made up court cases. But if you're not 100% sure, say so, that little addition. It massively reduces hallucinations because you're explicitly telling the AI to be cautious. It's happening in medicine, journalism, finance, you name it. And it's not just law. So, how often does this really happen? Imagine millions of people getting slightly wrong answers every single day and making decisions based on them. That's why this matters more than ever. In simple terms, this means the AI can pull facts from a live database or search engine rather than relying solely on what it was trained on. This bridges the gap between trained knowledge and real-time facts. ChatGPT and similar models can hallucinate and will hallucinate unless you prompt carefully and double-check what you're told. It's got 10 proven ways to reduce hallucinations, improve accuracy, and get better results from AI whether you're using it for content creation, research, school, or business. Treat AI like a powerful intern. Fast, helpful, and articulate, but not always reliable. You still need to direct, filter, and supervise the output. It's like giving the AI an open book during a test rather than having it guess from memory. There are for core reasons. Now, let's break down exactly why hallucinations happen. I post weekly breakdowns of AI, digital tools, and tech trends that actually matter. No hype, just useful stuff. Drop it in the comments. I might feature your example in a future video. First, limited training data. Now you might be thinking, okay, so how can I spot an AI hallucination? Here's your cheat code. 1. Check for **** fake citations ****. 2. Rephrase the question. Ask the same thing in a different way. If you get a different answer, be suspicious. Copy and paste a few lines into Google and see what shows up. Does the claim hold up? 3. Use simple fact-checking. The more clearly you structure your prompt, the less the AI has to guess, and honestly, trust your gut. Try adding, only provide information that is verifiable with real-world sources, or cite your sources and avoid speculation. Now let's talk solutions. What can you do to reduce hallucinations in your own usage? First, be specific. Always. Second, set constraints. Third, use newer versions. Models like GPT tend to hallucinate less than earlier ones. And finally, if accuracy really matters, double check. Kinda wild, right? Here's a bonus trick I use all the time. I'll say, give me the answer with sources. Now, let's go a level deeper. What's being done to fix this? Big players like OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic are all working on what's called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. Another method being developed is fact verification layers, where a second AI checks the first AI's answers. Basically, AI watching AI. But until those systems are widespread, you have to be the fact checker. And here's the part that might shock you. As we start to integrate AI into search engines, voice assistants, and even customer support, hallucinations could scale massively. So here's the bottom line. AI is brilliant at sounding smart, but that doesn't make it right. And if you want to take your prompting to the next level, I've linked a free checklist in the description. What's the craziest hallucination you've ever seen from ChatGPT or any other AI? And hey, if insights like this help you use AI smarter, faster, and more safely, you're gonna love what I've got coming. Next week, I am revealing how to build a bulletproof prompt library that saves you hours every single week, especially if you're a student, content creator, or small business owner. So, if you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. Join the thousands already using AI the right way. Thanks for watching, and remember, when it comes to AI, accuracy isn't optional, it's everything.